Hello, everyone. It's Glenda
And Buster.
And Rosie?
with AKA GK Fralin
A friendly community.
and our friendly community welcomes you. Toodly-doo.
Doodly-doo. Doodly-doo.
Oh, tonight I'm going to talk about gastritis and stress and getting through it all. Ay. Okay, here's the deal.
What deal? You making deals?
How I wish.
What deal?
Anything. Okay. When you're changing from one company to another company, for whatever, utilities, whatever, wow, the red tape has gotten even worse than when I was starting out. And I thought it was bad then.
Will you quit throwing us around?
Okay, jeez. Talk about stress. Try being on her hand. All right, guys, I get it. You're feeling tossed around a lot like my stomach does sometimes.
Is that what it feels like?
Sometimes it feels like somebody's in there beating on it.
Ooh, ow. Want me to rub it?
No, I don't want to.
That's what we like.
Well, that's it's just not the same thing. If you want to give me a back rub, that'd work.
Can't
Why?
reach your back.
Neither can I.
There you go.
Okay, you gotta laugh at some of this stuff. Otherwise, it drives you nuts. And yesterday, yes, there was some of it that was driving me nuts. I was trying, was that yesterday or today? No, that was yesterday or the day before. I don't even remember. My mind gets that boggled. Cut it out. Chill. I'm sure that's what the lady on the other end of the line would have loved to have told me. I think I almost had her in tears. When you're not getting the service you expect, that's one thing. When you're not getting the service that you are supposed to get, and they keep telling you they fixed it, and it still isn't working, it really gets your haunches up. Yeah. So now I've got to change services. Or I am changing. And they're claiming that, okay, you owe us for all the time you didn't use. And it's like, why? It's in a contract. It's like, I don't care if it's in a contract. You didn't give me reasonable expectation of service. They're going to charge me anyway. I know they are. And I'll pay the little lousy $200 and almost $300 rather than go through all this mess of court. Although I would, for the simple fact that it's a principle of being who you say you are, doing the job you say you will do. I was trained to do that. And we have whole companies who aren't even trying. That irritates me. It goes against the grain of everything I was raised, everything I was taught, and everything I've tried to live by. Unfortunately, I'm not the only one going through this. And I'm not talking about this particular thing. It's like, my kids go through it with their jobs. Seems like everybody's owning these tailspins these days. So what do we do? Do we somehow get back on track? No, we get gastritis.
What is that?
That is a permanent tummy ache.
Real permanent?
It feels like it. I've had it pretty much all my life. I'm on medication. I'm hoping the new medication starts kicking in better soon. And it will. They told me it would take a couple of weeks, which I determinedly gave you an example of, because it's real. I mean, I do get that wound up, and I really am haunched up like that right now, because it does just send stuff up my back. What do you do? You live by the rules of people who don't live by rules. That is the world. That is pretty much a lot of the world in a nutshell. I'm not saying everything is like that. There's a lot of good stuff out there. There's a lot of good companies. It's getting access to them. You're really on a roll. Okay, I'm upset. I am upset, and I'm getting myself worse upset. So in order to reverse my tension and get through some of this and maybe calm down the gastritis, which, by the way, I drank milk tonight, so it's not really bothering me that bad, but we have to let go of some stress. And I'm not one who says give in to anything that's wrong, because you know someone else is going to get stuck with this too. Read the fine print. And even when you know the fine print's there and you're not going to get anything unless you do sign, even with the fine print, you go ahead and do it. And then later you wish, golly, I wish I hadn't done that. But you know you do it again, because it's the only way that you're going to get the service. I guess my reasonable expectation of service, or reasonable expectation of a good product or a promise kept by a company, is a little too high for them. And maybe just too high for a lot of people. I don't know. But I know there's a lot of things I don't do well. And I sure as heck don't go around trying to guarantee it to anybody. I don't guarantee that room is going to stay clean. I don't, because I don't want. But I'm not under any contract to anybody either. So, and of course, as soon as you've given them consent on that contract, they read you this thing. Just happened to me again. You give them consent. You say your P's and Q's. You say, okay, this is what we're going to do, and then well, we do not guarantee this, that. They start. You don't read the fine print anymore. You hear it. It's all digitized. Even if it is a real human voice on the other end of the line, it's this little deal they have to read off. But they don't do it until you've actually given your verbal consent, which is legal in court. Be careful. Be careful, but what do? Well, we could go back to the rotary phones, the antennas. Of course, even with rotary phones, you got to pay somebody. Shortwave radio. We love our amenities too much, and I am guilty as the next guy. Now, why are you complaining? because I need to. It just makes me feel good to get it out.
Oh. Is that why people do that? Get themselves all wound up. Why don't you just do like we do?
What's that?
We just roll over and get a belly scratch.
You scratch my belly and I'm going to be laughing and trying to kick you away.
What? It tickles. Don't tickle me. I like it.
I'm sure you do. Anyway, the story of the stressed out mind at the end of the week. Give me a break. Always expect me to be in my peak of happiness. It doesn't work that way.
Well, I didn't say it did.
Well, I didn't say it did either.
Okay, let's find something happy out of this.
Well, we've been kind of laughing at you.
At me.
Well, you ain't in the laughing mood.
Well, I seem to be doing it anyway. Honestly, though. Yes, I do get stressed out. We all get stressed out at these things. And somehow, if we don't, I don't mean let it fly. If we don't find a way to release, either by letting our tummies get scratched, or not, I'm not if you're a dog, I mean, if you're not a dog, no. But if you're a dog, if you like your tummy scratched, let's scratch that tummy.
Oh, do that again. Do that again. Do that again.
Oh, we scratch each other's tummies, Rosie.
It feels good, too.
Still can't scratch your back.
It's okay, I got a back scratcher over. Ah. Good night, good night.
Don't let the bugs bite.
Good night, good night. Sleep till the daylight. Good night, good night.
Be kind to each other.
Good night, good night. Tell someone you love them. Who cares if we change a little timing once in a while? We made it all up anyway, huh?
Yep.
Love you all. Please say hi to somebody. Just hello, bubblehead. And have a laugh about something. Is there something in your life that you would just love to let go and have a good laugh about, even though it still makes you mad?
Well, you cut it out.
I'm sorry. These poor dogs. They have to put up with whatever I do with my hands, even if it's
Enough.
Actually, that was kind of fun.
Aye, aye. Just laugh when you can. Please do subscribe and give us a click on the notifications and a thumbs up. Check out TubeBuddy, and if you want to support this channel, go to Patreon. I'll put the link in the comments, and it's going to be at the end. If you get a chance to go watch John Hampton, the Man from Oz, from yesterday, the 3rd, please do. It was hilarious. I sent him hello, and he added it. So I will see you tomorrow. No, I'll see you Monday.